even though this does not look new, because it's not, it allows us to go back, hit some things from yesterday. Once we're done today, if some of you need the notes from yesterday, I'll get them reposted here at the top. I didn't get them up to Classroom yesterday. Apologies for that. But we're going to kind of let you see, if you weren't here yesterday, what happened, or if you were, just get you a quick review of some things, and then I'll let you play on your own some as well. So first things first, I'm just kind of looking at some of the numbers here. Let's play with 2. Let's play with 2 and 4. I've got some good reasons to play with those two. Okay, factor each completely. Always, always, always check to see if there is a greatest common factor. Hint that we learned from yesterday. Most of the time, it's that number. If you're not sure, there's a couple of ways to check. You can either bust out a calculator. We know 5 goes into 5. And test 5 into the other 2, and as long as it goes, you're good. So we'll get that 5 out of there. And then basically all you're doing for the rest of these is going through and dividing, watching your signs. I mean, that's a negative 25. That's different than positive 5. 20 divided by 5. Positive 20 divided by 5 is 4. Okay? For our purposes and what we have left to do work-wise on this one, the only thing we're focused on is what's inside the parentheses. And here's our new job. We've talked about, this is our C value. This is our B. Okay, so what difference does that make? When we're doing these, the C value is going to tell me a whole lot. Because, hang on, I gotta flip this around. We had a note on there yesterday to look at our 11.4 notes if we needed to. So here's basically what we get told. That C value is positive. If my C value is positive, my signs are going to be the same. They're going to be positive, positive. They're going to be negative, negative. And the only way I can tell which one it is by looking at the sign in the middle. If that would have been plus, I'd put plus plus here. But since it's minus, we're going to put minus for both of these. And I think I'm even going to stick a thing up over there on the board that kind of gives you a pattern for all of these. That way, if we want to get that on here, we can do that too. So now my only job left is to find me a pair of numbers that multiply to 4. I only got 2 choices. Multiply to 4, and they're going to add to 5. Which pair is going to add to 5? Oh, it's the silence. 4 and 1, okay. And it doesn't matter if I put 1 and 4 or 4 and 1 because the signs are the same. And if I'm not sure I did it right, I mean, I could check the answer key, but if I didn't do that, or if I thought I didn't have access to it, you're going to take those 2 numbers, and if you multiply them together, you should get the number on the end, positive 4. I got it. Good morning. We get that. Thank you. And if we add them up, we get the number in the middle. And we're good to go. The end. That one's done. These don't take a long time to do. If, oh, big if I work through and take my time. So, okay, let's play with another here. Let's get the 4 out of the way. I know that's going to be v squared. All right, let's see here. Negative 16 divided by 4 is negative 4. Ooh, negative 240. Hello. Okay. There's what I've got to work with. Here's C. Here's B. Not going to be terribly rough to deal with. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right, C is always the magic number. C is negative. Negative C. Okay, negative last number in the end, it's always going to be plus and minus. One of each. Because that's the only way I can get this to be a negative number when I multiply. So now the question becomes, let me find my 60 here. Ooh, there are lots of 60 options. Now it says how far apart. So I need to find a pair of these where the two numbers are 4 apart from each other. Definitely not 4 apart. Nope, nope, nope. Running out of options here. Are 5 and 12 4 apart? No. How about 10 and 6? 10 and 6, 4 apart. Okay, so I know it's these two, but which one goes where? This, when it's one of each sign, this is the sign of the bigger number every time. So in this case, the bigger number is going to be the negative. Let's test it out. Let's make sure. If I multiply these, 6 times negative 10, okay, there's my negative 60. If I add them, 6 plus negative 10, I get negative 4, the number in the middle. That's it. It's all patterns, and it's all stuff that if we jot down the note things, we're going to have all those directions there for us to help us get through those. So if it's just factor, that's all I do. Now, if it's factoring, I'm trying to find different ones. Ooh. Okay. I got the two picked out in the back here. We'll do the crazy number ones. So if there is an equals 0 or it says solve, that's going to give us one extra step that we got to do. Nothing bad, though. Nothing bad. The chart gets a little tricky to use on this first part, so I'm just going to use my calculator instead. Okay. So I get to here. C, B. Okay, let me get my assistants out here again. Okay, first question, and I need input this time. My C value is positive. Okay. Signs are going to be the same. Which sign am I using this time? Positive. Why? Yeah. If this is plus, that's going to tell me what sign I'm using because they're going to be the same. So, get my parentheses made here. So we're going to have pluses for both. So 56. Okay, 56. I need to find the pair that adds up to 15. Too big. Too big. Too big. 7 and 8 will add up to 15. And since they're the same sign, I can put them in either order and still be okay. So the difference this time is one last step. The sets of parentheses you have, okay, those quantities need to be solved for. So we just set them equal to 0. And solve them. We just do one opposite. That's all I need. One opposite. And I get to my answer. So same process, we actually get to find a value this time. So one last one. And it doesn't mean I'm not going to be available if you have a question or need me. I'm just going to kind of let you see where you're at. And if you're feeling good. Again, watch for signs. If there's a negative, you got to make sure it goes with, because that can change everything if we don't do that. So we get the 8 out. We're just dealing with what's in here. All right, Let's keep labeling stuff so we know what's happening here. And if you practice, you're going to get to a point, you're not going to have to do all this labeling stuff and looking at it. You're going to just know, and it's going to be awesome. You're going to be like, dang, I actually can do this. Okay. Same thing. Look at the sign of C. Okay, it's negative. Positive, negative. All right. Positive, negative. Positive, negative. So let me find my 28 here. All right, 28. Here's my 28 box. Again, this is just at the back of your notes, unless you ripped it out like me. Now, I'm not looking for adding the 3. I'm looking for 3 apart. 1 and 28 are not 3 apart. 2 and 14 are not 3 apart. 4 and 7 are 3 apart. And again, here's your key. That's the sign of the bigger number. That there plus. 7 is bigger, 7 gets the plus. If I'm not sure and I guess, okay, that's a strategy. Always just double check. Yep. Yep. And you know you're right. And so once I get that set, parentheses only, set equal to 0. Little one-step equations with a quick opposite. And we're good to go. So like I said I would do, I'm going to get, let's see. I'm going to try and get all of 11.4's notes up here from page 2 and page 3. I think I can pull this off. That way, if you need any of these for your notes, which would be a good idea when we get not only for the practice, but to the next quiz, it'll give you that opportunity to kind of see how this is going. So let me zoom out a little maybe. Well, that's a lot. Let's zoom out a lot. Okay, that's better. So we can get those almost set up, right? Oh, hurry. One more time. There we go. That's what we were looking for. So if you run into things, let me know. I'm here.